everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lucy and I'm coming at you today with a little bit of a check-in, like a life update, a little bit of a catch-up, because I feel like it's been a while since I've just like put the camera on and talked to you about like me. That sounds really weird, but like things that aren't just like book recommendations and stuff like that. So I really want to update you on my current job situation, what's happening at the minute, also about things like my reading taste at the minute, about my writing, which is going on, and lots of things that I really want to achieve by the end of the year. So grab yourself a tea or coffee. I've got my coffee in this really adorable Starbucks pumpkin mug. I feel like everyone's got these, but like, I'm basic. What can I say? I adore it. Look how cute it is. Oh my god. So yes, get yourself a warm drink and let's sit down and have a catch up. Okay, so the first thing I kind of want to talk about is a little update, I guess. Like, I don't really talk about job stuff a lot on this channel because I feel weird about it, because obviously I work in publishing. I work in a publicity department at HarperCollins, which is one of the top 3 publishers in the world, which is very exciting. Like, I do think it's a wonderful company and I'm really excited that I get to work for HarperCollins. But yeah, there've been some shifts, I guess, some changes in, you know, my role and everything. So I always do feel a bit weird talking about it, because obviously I work very closely with authors, and amazing that my job is so author focused, but at the same time, like, I don't ever want to appear like this channel's a conflict of interest, or that I'm kind of like dishing out any company secrets or anything. So sometimes I do feel a little bit like, what's the word? Like, just not able to really be fully transparent about things that are happening with work, just because I don't want to be seen as like crossing a line. But at the same time, like, I feel like I need to update you on, you know, why this channel may suffer a little bit, because things are about to get really busy in my kind of career and work life. So basically, I was head of publicity at HQ, which is an imprint of HarperCollins, and as of now, I'm currently acting publicity director. So my boss, my lovely boss, Sophie, who I adore, she has gone off on maternity leave, which means that I am now leading the department, which is insane, like so crazy. But I'm really, really excited, because I think like this is a huge challenge for me, but actually is something that I know I can do, and it's something that I've just got to really believe in myself and like throw the imposter syndrome out the window. And I think that's always a weird thing to kind of admit, that, you know, even though I may look like I have like everything together and stuff, I think a lot of me still doubts myself. So this has just got hella personal. But yes, that is a new challenge. And of course with that is a big jump up in workload, because that obviously means that I am the director of the team, which is super exciting, but equally a lot of work and a lot of like new challenges, which I'm gonna have to really get my head around. So I really don't want this to affect the channel in terms of like how many videos I'm putting out. I'm still putting up videos weekly at the minute, and that kind of is working quite well for me. I'm able to kind of pre-film a bulk of videos and then work on editing them each week, which is absolutely great. And it also means that like every week I'm still checking in with you guys, and you still have that kind of like presence from me. I also feel like my social presence on like Twitter and Instagram, they're like my main sources of like communication with you guys, I guess. It just hasn't been there. Like, I'm finding myself less interested in posting on those platforms, and it's really strange, because like I used to be a serial tweeter. I would always be posting loads on Instagram, but I just feel like I'm in a weird place where I feel like no one wants to really hear what I've got to say. And it's almost like I'm silencing myself on those platforms. And I'm just very, very aware of the fact that there are people following me. And that's really weird. And I need to kind of get myself out of that headspace. But I do have this kind of like fear of being seen, I guess. And I really want to break that before the end of this year, where I can just be my authentic self on Instagram, on Twitter, on TikTok, and just not care about what people think of me. Because like, they can unfollow if they want to, but I guess it's just I'm kind of aware now, like, God, people are following me. What if they think I'm unprofessional? What if they think that I shouldn't be saying this because I work here, or because I have a YouTube channel, maybe I shouldn't be promoting this. It's a lot. In my head, I'm like, before I post anything, I'm like, okay, but what if this person sees? Okay, well, if they don't like that, what's the worst thing that can happen here? It's exhausting. So any tips that you have, let me know. If you also work in publishing and you have a channel or a blog or an Instagram account or whatever, and you have that similar worry, do let me know. I'm in a permanent state of like not wanting to offend anyone all the time, and it's quite exhausting. Not that I'd ever say anything that would offend someone, but it's just, I'm just like rereading everything I'm posting, like, is there anything in here that can make me look bad? And that's a really quite crazy headspace to be in. So that's very honest and very kind of like, yeah, a real look at where I am with social media. And, you know, I think a lot of that does obviously feed back to kind of like my promotion and my job and stuff. Like, I don't ever want to be crossing any boundaries or like, you know, saying something or doing something that affects my position, I guess. And it's a really weird thing to be talking about. But anyway, yeah, that's where I'm at right now with Instagram and Twitter. TikTok, not so much. I feel like I'm allowed to be a bit stupid on TikTok, and it's fine. So follow me on TikTok if you want videos of me just trying to act. It's quite funny, but there you go. And then in terms of reading, well, I went through a stage of like reading a lot, and I was reading a lot of romance, and I just got into the best place where I was just loving everything I was reading. I have a vlog that may have already come out now, but basically I did a challenge where I bought Kindle Unlimited for a month, did the free trial, sorry, and I read 3 dark Kindle Unlimited romances, and that was like an amazing video. I loved filming that, and I loved reading those books because I was like, the pressure was off, you know, and I just love romance. I just find it so escapist. So right now I think I'm reading a few books that I'm just like really struggling through, and I think I need to go back to the romance and just read stuff that may not be popular right now. It may not be like the hot thing on BookTube or on the internet, but I'm enjoying it. And I really feel that kind of like struggle of, okay, but I should be reading this and filming it because everyone's reading this right now, and if I want my channel to be successful, I have to read books that are hyped and are popular. But like, sometimes I really struggle. I feel like I'm always behind the times, and you know, it would be really good to hear from you guys. Like, if you find that you enjoy the books that I read, like, do you want to read the books that I'm reading too? Like, do I share a lot of your genre interests? It would be really good to hear that, because at the minute I feel like all I want to do is read historical romance, fantasy romance, just romance, you know. And maybe I'm turning into a bit more of a romance channel, but I kind of don't mind that. I think historical fiction, fantasy and romance are always going to be the best genres for me, and it is really like, they're all just very escapist, which I love. So that's reading. I feel like I need to get back on track by the end of the year. I'm 3 books behind my Goodreads goal, which is stressful. So I need to read some really short books that will bump me up, but I'm really looking forward to rounding off my reading year. I've got some books on pre-order that I just cannot wait for. I think you all know what I'm referring to here. Kingdom of the Feared by Kerry Maniscalco. Guys, it literally comes out in like a week, and I'm dreaming about the book. Like, I just can't. I'm so excited. So that's going to be a highlight for me. I really want to do a reading vlog reading that book, because I know there are some fans of the book out there, of the book series, and I really hope you enjoy it as much as I do. So I'm very, very excited for that. And then let's talk about writing. So I, as I'm filming this, have just finished filming a video all about NaNoWriMo 2022, which I am going to take part in. And I'm in a really weird place where like, I have finished a novel I'm in the editing stages of that novel. It is a fantasy book, which to be honest leans more towards the YA in like YA space in terms of like the age of the characters and the kind of concept of the book. And I just don't really feel like that's who I am as a writer right now. I wrote the book 2 or 3 years ago now, and I feel like maybe I've moved on from the book, but equally I'm like, I've written almost 90,000 words of a novel. Am I really just gonna like not do anything with it, you know? But equally, I'm currently writing a historical fantasy, and I'm super, super excited about it. It's actually the project that I am going to be writing in Nano this year, but I am obsessed with it, and everything in me is calling out for me to just focus on that, and this is the book, this is the novel. But then I'm like, but how do I just abandon all that work that I've done on this like YA fantasy? So I am getting that book kind of read by a few of my close friends, and I just want to know if it's good or not, and then I can like rest and just maybe park it for a bit. So that's my life in terms of writing. It is hard fitting everything in with like YouTube, reading, writing, work, seeing my friends, breathing, everything else. But I feel like time management, I'm just having to just do it. I'm just having to like make the best of it, you know? So I'm trying to slot in writing when I can. And then another thing I really want to talk about is like goals for the end of the year. So I have like a lot of big things that I'm currently like aiming for. And, you know, I honestly just didn't think like this year I would be able to hit 10,000 subscribers. That's been a goal of mine for a really long time. Like I have been on BookTube a long time, through probably fault of my own, because there was just, I would say about 4 years where I was so disengaged with BookTube that I barely posted videos. I didn't watch any other BookTubers videos. I was very distant from the community, and I think my channel really suffered for that. So seeing it kind of have a new lease of life is like so encouraging. It's so motivating. So yeah, I've got some kind of like subscriber goals that I really want to hit, and I'm really, really excited about my readathon, which is the Cozy Autumn Readathon. That is coming 21st of October, the same day that Taylor Swift's new album Midnights comes out. So that's all I'm going to be listening to during that readathon, let's be real. So there are some things that are really like, yeah, I'm just like really looking forward to at the end of the year. And of course it is autumn. I feel the most alive during the season. It just reinvigorates me and motivates me to kind of, you know, kind of push me towards fulfilling my goals and stuff like that. I also have some like big things I'm saving for. Like I really, really, really want to go to Japan next year. So I'm currently saving up to be able to do that. And that would just be like a complete trip of a lifetime, I think. And I really would love to film that as well if I do get to go. So that's really exciting. And then I think that's about it. That's like the latest. That's the updates on my life. I am still in London. I'm still kind of like enjoying, I guess, for now being here. But something I do kind of want to think about over the next year is like, where do I see myself settling? Like full-time and like longer term. And part of me is thinking maybe not London full-time, and it's definitely not like a longer term thing for me. So I'm just calling out for some nature, some countryside, being by the sea, like anything but the city right now is where my heart is at. So that's it for this really rambly and very boring video. I'm really sorry that you've had to sit through this, but I equally just, I wanted to just be face to face with you and like talk about who I am as a person and what I'm kind of thinking about and everything. And also just to say that like, I'm so grateful for all of you. Like, thank you so much for all of your support this year. Like, it's, yeah, you're all amazing. And I'm so thankful that you're subscribed to me and you're watching this video and you support me on a daily basis. Like, I really, really appreciate it. So don't forget to follow me on social media, where I am obviously gonna be trying to post more. Let me know what you wanna see. Like, what do you wanna see on my Instagram and Twitter? Like, do you want just like my normal life? Like, very lifestyle-y things? Do you want an extension of like bookish content from YouTube? Like, do you want book recommendations? Do you want reels? What do you want to see? What like do you look for in like your ideal like Instagram account? You know, let me know down in the comments below. But thank you again so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye.